Yo, 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 everybody. Generic, yeah, my eyes open. Generic B here. Welcome back to another episode of Generic B Builds Some Minecraft Lego. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. I got hair in my mouth. Stupid cat. So this one is 21119, and it looks like it is a dungeon dealio, which I'm actually pretty excited about. It looks like it has a little spawner and stuff, which maybe has a mini zombie in it. I can't wait to check it out. But yeah, just like the last one, we're gonna do a Q&A session. Thank you guys so much for your awesome questions that you put in the comments of the last episode. Same old thing. I've got 2 more of these kits to put together. I'm gonna do some Q&A, so if you have any questions you want answered, just put them in the comments below. So let's get crack-a-lackin', shall we?
All right. Let's get started with the questions. So, Owen Buckingham asks, what's your favorite meal your mom makes or made? And what about my wife? So my favorite when I was growing up was either spaghetti or this thing called Spanish rice, which I've actually never seen Spanish rice anywhere else, and it's not like I've had rice at Mexican restaurants, and it's like the, you know, kind of the yellowish rice. This wasn't it. It was like it was kind of like a mix between chili and rice. It was really good. It had like tomatoes, a little bit of ground meat, and like chili powder and stuff like that. So that was my favorite, absolute. My wife, she makes really good salads, which I know always sounds like that's a knock on her cooking. I think she cooks great too, but she's a salad queen. So any of her salads, I'm like, oh, this is so good. She does this one with like chickpeas and like bulgur wheat. And it's kind of like a tabbouleh type of thing, but oh, so good. So, yes, that is it. Spanish rice. So, Brandon DeHart, he asks, are you going to play Unturned with PSJ when 3.0 is fully released? Yes, absolutely. He's been kind of keeping tabs on the little interim updates as it goes. And I guess technically we might be able to play multiplayer now, technically, but we might as well wait until it's a full 3.0 type of thing. But I've watched a few of his videos, and they have added so much stuff to the game. It's going to be really cool. And actually, we may do something a little more than just me and PSJ. I'll have to talk to him about it. But yeah, for sure, there will be Unturned 3.0. I've been talking with him about it. Jack Chris says, hey, Generic, since realistically no YouTuber does YouTube for their whole life, what do you think you'll do when you get tired of games and YouTube in general? Also, remember, I don't think there's a 50-plus-year-old YouTuber playing games. Thanks, and love your videos. Well, I don't think that there's any reason why I wouldn't continue to do YouTube. I mean, if you just listen to my voice, right? You wouldn't know I'm 40, right? I mean, most people who even see me a lot of times are like, man, you don't look 40, you know, or you definitely don't sound 40. So I don't think that age is really going to be an issue. PSJ, Paul Soares Jr., he's older than me. And actually, there's a couple other YouTubers I know that are older than me, and they're still kicking it out. I don't think that's going to be an issue. And being tired of games, I don't think I'm ever going to be tired of games, because again, here I am at 40. I'm a 40-year-old boy. I've been playing games my whole life, so I don't think there's going to become a point. I mean, unless I physically get too old to be in front of a computer and play. And then at that point, maybe I'll stop. But I think you know, I'll still be entertaining at 50, or maybe even at 60, and by that time, maybe I'll retire. Who knows? And become a professional singer. La 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 la. All right, so Ethan Parisi asks, how does YouTube pay me? So obviously I can't get into the details of the numbers, but it's really easy to tell you how it works. So YouTube is owned by Google. Google owns a thing called AdSense, which is like if you go to Google and you search for something, you'll see some sponsored links on the top and the sides. So those are paid advertisements, and if you click on that, then YouTube earns a little bit of money. So they also have video ads, and Google owns YouTube, and so when you watch a video at the beginning of, or when you watch my videos, and there might be an ad at the beginning or middle or end of the video, that is because an advertiser has paid Google a certain amount of money for that ad, and YouTube gets 55%, and YouTube gets 45%, and I get 55%. That's how it goes. I don't get paid through likes. I don't get paid through, subscribes or anything like that. Strictly on views. That's how it works. And so they just, it's AdSense just like anything else. So hooked up to my bank account, they pay me every month. And Bob is your uncle. I gotta take a breath. Hold on. Okay. I was talking so fast. This one, it didn't post. It says, what was your first job? Did you hate it? My first job was when I was 13. I worked at a t-shirt shop / 7-Eleven / Disney store / bikini shop / laundromat. It was this older couple. It was in Panama City Beach, and they owned kind of like a strip mall right on the beach. And I did everything from bagging ice, stocking shelves, running the Disney store, as a cashier, printing T-shirts, the little the heat transfer things. I would do that. I loved it because I liked making money as a kid. You didn't have to worry about an allowance. You could actually make money. I made $3.35 an hour under the table because I was underage, and it was awesome. So when I worked at the Disney store, for example, I would go to the 7-Eleven next door and grab a bunch of comic books, and then I would just go to the store, and when people weren't around, I would just read them, and then I'd put them back, which is it's fine because it was the owners owned it all, so it was perfectly fine. But man, it was like a dream job. I absolutely loved it. Good question. Mountain Dew Mania asks, for a future episode. Oh yeah, for this one. If you could go back and fix only one mistake you've made, what would it be, knowing it would change how your life has turned out, or would you risk it? So there's some saying that you learn more from your mistakes than you do from your successes, your failures than you do from your successes. I thought about it, and looking back at all of my mistakes, and boy, have I made some mistakes in my life. Bad decisions and just tons of stuff that I could go back and change. I don't think I would, because I honestly do believe everything happens for a reason, and I would not be where I am today if it hadn't have been for all of the actions that I've made up until this point. So no, I wouldn't make any changes. And then did you ask? No, no. Would I make a change? No, I don't think I would. Now, what was a mistake? I can't think off the top of my head. Tons of stuff, though. Tons of stuff. Like everybody. Everybody's got tons of mistakes. Elijah Boyer asks, if you weren't a YouTuber, what would you be doing now? Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, I was really into web analytics. That was my job beforehand. So looking at traffic and trying to see how users use the website, kind of user experience, and how you can make the process simpler, how you can entice them to add stuff to a cart, and checkout and things like that. So I would probably be doing that, working for a company, more than likely. Let's see, Captain DJ says, Would you ever consider opening a Patreon page or a donation button on your website so your supporters could help you directly in addition to YouTube merchandise income? Short answer is, yeah, I already have one. There is I can't even remember what they call it if you go to my channel, like youtube.com/genericb, if you live in America and maybe Canada, and maybe the UK, I don't know if they've added countries, but for sure in America, if you'll go there and there's a little thing that says, like, want to support this, support this channel, you can tip them. And so if you're inclined to do that, you can. You definitely don't have to. I mean, YouTube does the job. But if you're like, hey, you know what? Thank you so much for the free content. I don't pay for cable anymore, et cetera, et cetera. Here's some cashola. Awesome. And thank you in advance. The problem with that one in particular, is it doesn't tell me who actually tipped me or who actually donated. So I have no way of reaching out to them and thanking them. And there's been some people who are like sending out, they've donated $100 or more. And I was like, whoa, I sure wish I could like send them a nice message and say, dude, thank you so much. That's amazing. But apparently that is impossible to do. Patreon is something that I get the model. For those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it's a way that viewers and fans can support content creators in a way other than ads on YouTube. And you can set up a page with like different things. So if I get $500, if I raise $500 for the month, then you guys will get this. And if it's, $1,000 a month, you guys get that. For me, I think there's two reasons why that doesn't necessarily fit me and what I like is one, I'd hate to dangle that type of carrot in front of you guys. It's like, you guys know me. I hardly do like goals. Sometimes I will, just out of fun. I'll say like, hey, if we hit 5,000 likes, I'll do another video type of thing. But that's more for fun. I don't want to dangle that carrot. Hey, if you guys give me $500, I'll do a Minecraft episode. And every $500, I'll do a Minecraft. I don't want to do it that way. And also, it seems that's a model that's really inconsistent, because let's say there's a thing where it says if I get $1,000 a month, I will start an Xbox One game series or a vlog. That's a good one. I'll start a vlog, and $1,000 gets raised that month, and I start doing it, and I'm like, okay, here's this series, and then the next month, times are tough, people can't donate every month or whatever, and then it goes below 1,000. Well, what do? Then at that point I say, well, sorry fellas, I have to stop my vlog because you didn't give me $1,000. And that's just not me. I get paid through YouTube. I'm doing fine through YouTube. There's obviously, I know there's people who want to support me monetarily, and they want to donate to me, and I think that's amazing. But I don't think Patreon is the right way to do it. I just wish that there was that tip jar button, and if you want to pay, great, I'll give you good stuff. If you don't, great, that's fine. So that's that. Master Gibo, do you write code or know any programming languages, and how proficient are you? Good question. I don't, not anymore. I barely know HTML. I used to know ASP, active server pages, which is old school kind of smart web pages. It was just a couple steps after JavaScript type of thing. And I was decent at that, SQL, so I could connect to to a database, ooh, you know. And that was like one of my first jobs out of college was doing that sort of thing. I'm very envious of people who, especially nowadays, because I know people who create iPhone games or mobile games, or they're making their own little games in Unity, you know, and like supposedly Unity is like, here it is, and here's these libraries, and you can do cool stuff with it. Like Stranded Deep is made by 2 guys in Unity. Everything's made in Unity, and I would love it if I knew how to do that, to make, you know, to code things. I think that would be. I was talking with my wife about what a hobby would be, and I think coding would be a hobby for me if I wasn't doing YouTube full time. I'd rather play video games than do YouTube, to be honest. But I was like, man, how cool would that be? You know, like, or mods in Minecraft, or even command blocks in Minecraft. I'm seeing all these really cool, quote unquote, vanilla mods that are being made in Minecraft with command blocks. I'm like, man, I sure wish I could do that, and I don't know how. And so, yes, I don't know, but I really would love to know how to program. Nulls in Hell asked, Generic B, will you come to Gamescom this year, or will you skip it? I'm actually looking forward to meeting you in person. Dude, I was not gonna go, but now I am, and I'm 99% going. Gamescom is in Cologne, Germany. Like end of the first week of August, like maybe August 5th through 8th, something like that. You guys can look it up. And yes, I will be there. Can't talk quite yet about all the details of it. I will soon, but I'll be at a booth, and I'll be able to like hang out with you guys and even play video games with you guys. But there will be more to come on that, I promise you. And then finally, Rachel McKellar asked, after visiting China with your wife, do you plan on traveling to another country to explore it and participate in their culture like you did in China? If so, what country and culture do you want to explore next? So we've been definitely, yes, the answer is yes, for sure. And as far as culture, definitely more Asian cultures. So Korea is on my list, Malaysia, Singapore a bit, Indonesia would be awesome, and around in those type of areas. The China trip was amazing, but it was so jam-packed and so intense. It was 3 weeks of intense, like, look at this, look at that, travel here, go there, watch this, look at this, smell this, eat that, for 3 weeks. And I think our next one, we want to just kind of experience culture, but spend a few weeks there and just kind of chill. Like if we went to Indonesia, there's these really beautiful places like in Bali, and like little huts on the water. And I really, honestly, I would love to figure out a way, if I could get some good internet, to take my laptop and do some kind of gaming and recording while I'm there for you guys. So it would be like a work vacation and just not do anything, but just be on the beach and eat seafood and swim in the ocean and record video games for you. So I don't have to like pre-record, still give you guys the stuff that you want, you know, and not worry about like pre-recording a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of like my dream. I would love to be able to say, I'm going to Indonesia for a month and you guys are coming with me, you know, type of thing. I think that would be pretty interesting and pretty cool. That's my dream. But I think that's going to do it for this episode, because the build is a little bit shorter and a little bit smaller, and it looks like I'm just about done. So let's take it away, me.
All right, so this one is actually a really cool one. I kind of like it better than the Nether Fortress. It's definitely smaller, but it has some really neat features to it. So of course the basic stuff, you've got your little chest here with the goodies, as you do when you go to a dungeon. This one's a little odd that there'd be a cactus in the middle by a dungeon, but hey, whatever. Free cactus, why not? The two coolest parts, I think, I couldn't figure out what this was, you know, when I was building it. But what they're trying to do is, you know how when you go into a dungeon, if you get too close to it, first things, I hope I can get this on camera that it'll look right. So there's a little tiny dude inside of there, and when you spin this, he spins around. It's super cool. I'm gonna get like really close so maybe you guys can see it. Yeah, I think you can. I don't think that's out of focus. Isn't that so cool? Right? So that means that it's spawning, and then you know in Minecraft when you get too close to a spawner, like all of a sudden poof, like you know the zombies or whatever spawn out of nothing. So that's what this is supposed to represent. It's like there's nothing there, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's another zombie, which I think is a really nifty idea. And of course, you know, there's like a little bit of, I'm guessing that's like a gold ore. They gave us a little bit down here to represent mossy cobble, and then that's what all these little green things are for. Overall, it's a really cute, you know, a cute little kit. I think it's actually, I like it better. I know I like it better than the Nether Fortress. And so did Rasputin. Dang guy. So unprofessional, dude. He's laying down now. He's sleeping. So that's going to do it for this. We've got 2 more of these kits to build. Be sure to leave your comments and your questions down below in the comments. And if they're really, really good, I'll pick them for the next episode. And do I got my hair? You like my haircut? And of course, if you enjoy this series, if you want to see more Minecraft Lego, then leave a like in the comments. I do. I got a little hair right there. Stop it. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Helps me out a bunch. And until next time, take care. Show hair. I'll see you when I see you.